crossing my fingers. I don't know how the hell I would get montage in lives. I don't think it can happen.
I'm sure they could find a way, but hopefully not. Hello, everyone. This is Craig Ries.
Hey guys, and I'm Ashley Bowden.
And this is Hollywood Junkets, and the knockouts are finally over. We also have a special guest joining us, one of the artists that made it to the top 16. All right, guys, he's here. It's Eric Hu, and he is our special guest today. I hope this is who you were expecting because I'm very excited to have him with us. Eric, to start off, and this happens from time to time, we haven't seen a lot of you on the show, and I've always said I don't think it's fair. And I'll stop there. I don't want to talk all about that. But me and Ashley definitely want to ask a lot of questions about you so the audience can get to know you through this video and all that. So I hope you don't mind, and I'm very excited to have you on.
Thank y'all for having me. I'm so excited.
We're excited to have you, Eric. Ashley, do you want to start us off with our first question?
Yeah, so Eric, first of all, like Craig was saying, we haven't heard too much about you this season. And myself and other people, even production and I were talking, we were saying, Eric seems to have such a lively personality. We need to know more about him. So tell us everything about you. Where are you from? How'd you get started? When did you learn you had a voice and the stage presence about yourself?
Okay, so yeah, we'll say my name is Eric Hu. Like that's my government name. That's not my government name, but my stage
Okay.
name is Eric Hu. I'm from South Carolina, Orangeburg, South Carolina. People always tell me they feel like I'm from Louisiana, so I'm from Louisiana too in spirit. But yeah, I grew up singing in the church, so that's like where the foundation of my voice, I guess, comes from church. Then I guess high school, I started breaking more into secular music. I got into drama and theater a lot in high school and a little bit of middle school. So that's where like the theatrical side, the over the top stage performance comes from, which I love. I know it's not for everybody, but fuck you. I'm just playing. We love
Love it.
everybody. We love everybody. But yeah, and just if you meet anybody that's from like Orangeburg, South Carolina, we kind of talk the same. We kind of had that same kind of spunk. I think when you mix theater with like my style of humor, you get Eric Cool. That's why people kind of like gravitate to like, oh my God, it's so extra. It's not really extra. I'm just loud.
Yeah.
I'm just loud. I want you to hear what I'm saying. That's all.
No,
Yeah.
I love that. I love that. And I feel like you can see that, and we'll talk about this later, but I see that with you on stage during our conversation and even on your social media. And you are so funny. So I can't wait to
Thank
dig
you.
more.
Yeah, Eric,
Thank you
Ashley
so
and I have
much.
talked before about, we were talking about next season with some new coaches and hoping to bring in some like new artists, new blood. And that's, I think, why you're one of my favorites this season, because you are bringing that. You're kind of shaking things up. I think the show needed it. I think it needed you. And I'm sad we haven't got to see you more, but I hope we get to see you more in the lives, and I hope to see you go very far. So just had to get that out there.
Well, thank
And
you so much.
yeah, so tell us something about Camila that some of us maybe fans wouldn't know, or how's your experience been working with her?
That girl can laugh, and I love a girl
Yeah,
that can laugh. Me and that girl be laughing all day long. I love her. Um, I feel like the show shows, I don't want to say little, but like she is really hands on. She is really like, okay, if I have an idea, she would take the idea, and my idea is already crazy. Like, I love what you said. I'm sorry, Mr. Craig? I love what you said, Mr. Craig, about like me being on the show and like in a way being like fresh air for the show, like bringing something different. I'm very big on like when it's time for me to plan what I'm gonna do. I don't want to do nothing that I've seen. Like this show been on for a long time. We get tired of the same shit. Oh, I'm
Mhm.
sorry. We get tired of the same stuff. So I'm like, when I hit the stage, I just want to be different, whether it be the song choice or like flipping. If we're gonna flip a song, we gonna flip it. We gonna really like do the complete opposite of what it's gonna be. And I'll take an idea like, oh, Camila, can I do this? And she'll be like, okay, we're gonna do it, but we're gonna do it bigger than what you thought we were gonna do. And I'm like, oh my gosh, she understands. Like moments where I think she's gonna say, okay, Eric, we can't pull that off, or like you'll see what I mean in lives. Like what we got planned for lives, I was like, there's no way in hell they gonna let me do this. But she was like, oh no, we're gonna do it and we're gonna do more than that. So I'm like, so she's really like she takes everything and makes it broader and better and more iconic. So I just love her.
That
I
is so awesome. I'm glad she's supporting you. I think that's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love that. It sounds like Camila's the battery in your back. She's just driving you forward.
You
Uh,
said, oh, that's perfect. Oh my God, I'm stealing that. I'm stealing that for one of my Instagram captions later on. She is the battery in my back.
yes.
So Eric, use it on the show. Use it on the show.
Oh my God, thank you. And I gotta give credit to Miss Ashley Bowden.
Exactly.
Yes.
That was nice. I like that.
Thank you, Eric. So now Camila also said that you are a great performer. And we know that you do have some musical theater background. Who would you credit your theatrics to other than your official training? Is there anybody else that you look up to in the industry that you're like, oh, I just love what they do. They always inspire me.
Willow Smith is like my number one favorite artist in the whole wide world. I love that when she came out with Whip My Hair, it was like almost what she had to do and what she had to sound like to just kind of initiate herself and get like people on her. And then as soon as like I love how she switched. Like, I'm gonna make more like indie punk rock. I just love that she didn't conform to that radio sound. And she was like,
Mm,
oh no, like, you know what? I did make a song called Whip My Hair, but like this totally does not represent me anymore. So I'm gonna shave all my hair off. And now I'm
mhm.
gonna move into this other lane. I just love how confident and how she's just undeniable. I love undeniable artists. As far as the theatrical side, hmm. Well, it was mainly just like my musical inspiration. I don't really think I would just say theater in school. Like
Yeah.
just I think my personality was already over the top, so I just gravitated towards theater where I could like become somebody else and like but also like infuse myself with different characters and stuff.
Yeah.
I would just say theater in school, not like a specific person.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought I could have sworn you threw me off with the Willow Smith. I thought you were gonna say Beyonce.
Oh, I love Beyonce. Well, when it comes to one of my favorite comedians is Eddie Murphy at the same time. So
Love it.
Eddie Murphy for the comedic side of myself, and then Willow for like the musical side. But as far as theater, but Beyonce is an amazing performer. I would actually say Lizzo before I say Beyonce.
Ooh,
Yeah,
Lizzo's strong too. I love
yeah,
Lizzo.
I love Lizzo.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you got to sing X's and O's for the knockouts, which was again another amazing performance. What was the most challenging part about the knockouts and maybe that song?
Ooh. The most challenging part of knockouts was Raina and Jaden.
Yeah.
Raina and Jaden.
Yeah.
Um, I well, being that I got to hear Raina and Jaden, like of course the audience heard them too. Like hearing their song choices and how they executed their song, I was like, oh hell, child, I don't know what the hell we gonna do.
Yeah.
But at the same time, like just trusting what Camila told me that like be over the top, like almost I love that she used the word demented, like let something possess you and like go plumb fool. And that's like I can okay, you just telling me to be myself pretty much. So that's easy. Just take it up a notch. And but going into it, I love the way the show did it where like we did not know, we didn't have a clue until like we were in front of Camila filming with cameras who we were going to be partnered against and all that. So I saw Jaden, I was like, oh my God,
Yeah.
I'm going against the mullet. This is literally, I don't know what I'm gonna do. And then when I saw Rena pop up, I was like, oh hell, pack up. Everybody pack up. It's time to go. This was cute. We had a good time. So, yeah, the harder part as far as the performance itself, um, I started the song off on stage and then towards like the I guess pre-chorus into the chorus, I walked off stage because once again I'm big on like I've never seen somebody walk off stage before, so I was like I'm gonna be the bitch to walk off stage. So I walked off the stage and I was dancing and singing like right in front of Camille, and I just wanted that to come across on television correctly. I didn't want to like trip and fall and bust my teeth wide open and bleed out on the floor and stuff like that. I wanted to make sure the crawl didn't come off sexual or
Mhm.
provocative and stuff like that. I want to just come off like, okay, I'm just really feeling it, getting into like this almost like this animal demented nature with my body and stuff like that. So that's just like the only two main things like I wanted to make sure I executed perfectly as far as the performance specifically. Yeah.
I
Uh,
love that. Thank you for that answer.
yeah. So, what would you say is the most surprising thing about yourself that you've learned since being on The Voice?
Oh, that I can one, that I can be on a platform as big as NBC and not have to limit myself or feel like I can't show all of my personality. So I'm really big on representation. Shout out to the queer plus community. Um, I just I feel like sometimes with TV, when it comes to gay, let's just say gay men in specific, gay males, you have to play a certain stereotype, or you have to play to this and play to that. And if you're gonna be gay on TV, you need to act like this. You have to say this. You have to, and it was none of that with my experience with The Voice. I'm just being my natural self, representing my community, and I feel the best way that I can. And I just going into it, I was like, oh, they're gonna water me down, or they're gonna like take some of my personality away. That's what I was thinking. Never experiencing like TV before, and it was just the opposite. And then as far as vocals, I would say I hit a couple of high notes every now and then, and that's something I never did prior to the show. Like I'm like, okay, I'm gonna just sing where I'm comfortable, kind of low, kind of baritone, barely tenor, but then like Camila kind of pushes me like go for the note. If you're gonna hit the note, do it. Like go for it, push it out. I don't consider myself to be like a belty type singer, but I don't hit a couple belting notes, and I plan on hitting more in lives. That's a little
Hey,
sneak peek.
yeah.
Well, that was going to be my question. What do you want audiences to find out more about you during these live performances? And yeah, what goals do you have moving forward?
Oh, I just going into lives. I really want the viewers to see that I am a performer. I know the show is called The Voice and it's about singing, but I just feel like so much more goes into this show when you're on stage and just singing. It's more than that. It's stage presence. It's how you carry out the lyrics of the song and show the emotion of the song, facial expressions. I just feel like I feel like I really pay close attention to other details that others may not. I feel like a lot of people might really focus on like, oh my God, I gotta hit this note. This run gotta come out like that, which all of those things are correct. But like you can't be too focused on the run, baby, and then you just up there looking like a statue, you know, a monument in Washington, DC. That's not how that works. For me, that's not how that works. So I'm just very big on giving an undeniable performance. So going into lives, I just want to be undeniable. I know a lot of people haven't seen a lot of me. So with lives, I'm crossing my fingers. I don't know how the hell I would get montage in lives. I don't think it can happen. I
I'm
don't.
sure they could find a way, but hopefully not.
As soon as I pick the mic up, Pepsi commercial. Hi, do you like Pepsi? Like what the hell? No. So with me going into lives thinking, okay, it's gonna be in full, like it's none of that. Um, if nobody has ever been able to say I like Eric or I don't have enough to judge if I like him or not, it's going to be undeniable from that performance. Damn, I should have been supporting him. Or if they were already supporting me, I mean, I'm supporting the right boy. You know what I'm saying? That's the main thing.
Mm. I love that. And I saw that you were hanging out recently with Parajita.
Parajita, I call her Parakeet and Parachute.
Okay, those are the nicknames, huh? So
Yes.
what were you guys out doing? Because it was late. What were you guys
We
doing?
were just making sure that we look how we need to look when it's
Oh, so y'all
other
were
time. Yeah, no, not. We was just like making sure. I think that's not a secret that like it's wardrobe and stuff like that
yeah,
associated with the show. So we're just like doing some wardrobe things and finishing. I was doing finishing touches just to make sure. Um, like I said, I have some surprises for lives, and clothing is definitely a big part of that surprise. And I just had to make sure everything was, doing what it had to do. Everything was sitting right. So yeah, that was all. We were just hanging out on the way back from wardrobe.
got it, got it. Anybody else from the show you hang out with outside of being set?
Love, love Justin Aaron, love Kim Cruz. Um, Paracheat. I hang out with everybody for the most part, but Kim and Justin are like we're always in each other's face.
I love that.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, Eric, I think both of us could actually talk to you all day, but I won't do that to you. But I appreciate your time so much. And like I said at the beginning, I really wanted to get to know you more, and you definitely shared with us a lot today. And I really, really appreciate that.
No, thank you guys for having me. This was fun. I hope I didn't cuss too much. I'm sorry. That's just how I am. But this was
You
super
didn't cuss
fun.
enough.
Oh, well, don't tell me that. Okay. But no, thank y'all so much for having me. I can't wait to watch it back. This was so cool. And thank y'all for all the interesting questions. And let me say this too before I go. Thank y'all for deciding to let me do an interview so people can get more of me. You know what I'm saying? With the montages and stuff like that, people have limited information. So I really deeply appreciate you guys for choosing me to interview.
And we appreciate you.
Exactly. You are very welcome. Guys, Eric Hu, Team Camila, go find him on Instagram. He's fun to watch on there, and let's support him going into the live shows.
Yes, y'all vote Eric Who honey.
Eric, thank you again so much, and we'll talk to you soon.
Thank you. Y'all have a good one.
Thanks, Eric.
All right, you guys.
Awesome. Well, again, my name's Craig Ries.
I'm Ashley Bowden, and this is Hollywood Junket. Thank you guys for hanging out with us.
We'll see you next time.